welcome to my channel. If it's your very first time here, please hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. You will not get charged, I promise. A whole lot of people think ukuthi ma subscribe afanele okay. No, it is free. And if uyisabi yami vele uyishuka bingabonga ngiyabonga mfere, thank you so much for your loyalty, for your support, for your commitment. Kusazoba mnandi. Before we begin, I feel like I'm still yapping ngedwa njengamanje, so ngidinga at least umuntu oyedwa. Ngidinga at least umuntu oyedwa phakamisa u7 athi listen ngikashi. Okay? Before siqala, I want to show you this. Check this out. This is actually a wig cap, but this is also a wig cap. Like, how cool? How cool? How cool. So if you're having a bad hair day, or even if you're not having a bad hair day, ufuna nje ukwenza into ehlukile, leshandisi lena baferena ihlangene nekapisi cabanga. Ihlangene nekepisi, like iweave ithungelwe ekepisini. Like, how dope is that? Ngiyanifaka ey'ntweni ningathi anginifaki ey'ntweni. Don't you dare say I never put you on, okay? Ngoba sizoxabana intende ngizoniphoxa nihambe kancane yazi niyinyeli. Right? So asigqokeni ke siswena akasababi go. Enye ishandise ngifuna ukuniphutha on kuyona ilela phambi kwami, but angangeni kahle hle, so angize ngikwazi njengamanje mhlambe later nyana as story siqhubeka. So ma ungena, please be sure to hit that like button khona nabanye bezobona ukuthi ayibo. Yo, I feel so excited. I'm so happy to be back. But yeah, asingeneni odabeni. This segment is called Mpilo Talk. Actually, before siqale nje, ngiphethe kumoya bafere, because I tried to go live on TikTok for the very first time. Attempts out five attempts trying to go live on TikTok, because there's something I needed to talk about. It's been burning my chest, okay? And I need ukuthi ngikhulume ngayo like manje, hayi kusasa. But TikTok is just like nah. And also le video le ngifuna ukufocus kule topic in particular. Mhlambe izongena le bengithi ngifuna ukuyenza ku TikTok, angazi, we'll see. But ngifuna ukufocus kule because it's serious, it's deep, and kade lo muntu angibhalela, but I just didn't have enough time ukuthi ngifike kuyona ngikwazi you know. But now is the time. Thank you so much for being patient. Like I said, this segment is called Mpilo Talk. Last khuluma khona ngayo yonke into eyenzakalayo emhlabeni wonke jikelele, and all the experiences that we've had or are currently going through, and isibonsana ukuthi sizodlula kanjani. If kuthafu si advisane, you know, salulekane and sigqugquzelane, sinikane ugqozi lofuqofuqo khona sizokwazi ukuphokopelela phambili. If kumnandi celebrateane, because that's so important. I really hate how people get excited by bad news, like terrible news. Ukuhlephuka kwama relationships, ukonakala kwemishado, ulahlekelwa yingane, ukushona kwabesifazane, izinto ezimbi nje, igossip embi, obona kahle ukuthi nje these things aren't supposed to excite umuntu onormal ophila saga la ekhanda, you know. But nje society yethu isinjalo, kanti ngiyafisa ukuthi sibheke macala onke. Mina ngingumuntu positive ubusapha, so izinto mase seziyizimbi sezimuncu kakhulu ngivele ngizwe ukuthi gila. And that's part of the reason why bengekho mningi kangako on the tube, because yonke into nje isimuncu manje, and izinto ezinhle abantu abayithandi, abayibuki, abasubscribe kuzona, abalike, abakhomenti, bafuna nje izinto ezimuncu ezishaqisa igazi, ezihlasimulisa umzimba. And I feel like ew, bafere, like what is going on? Ningavumi, nqabani ngani nenhliziyo zenu, nibuyele nganeno phela. Yebo mnkosi umnandi, I know ukuthi misery loves company, and you want to know ukuthi angikho ngedwa kulomshizilo or kulomgo engikuwona, but nezinye izinto ezinhle bafethu ake niyibuke, niyisupporte, niyithokozele, you know, because nalapho ukwazi uku-attracta nezinhle kweyakhe impilo. Doesn't always have to be izinto you know. But look at namhlanje kumbi and kubuhlungu. Let's get right to it. Khona oqala usengenile sithandwa, hit the like button. Ngiyakubona. All right, let's get it crack-a-lacking. So I want to not mention her name. So sizombiza ngusithandwa. Usithandwa wrote to me and said, "Hey King Zani, I really love your channel and I've watched most of your videos. Why ungawabukile wonke?" Why? Because Lana, we leave no stone unturned. Like uzothola umgosi, uthola indaba ezibhlungu, ezihlasimulisa umzimba, uthola indaba ezishayala, ezikushayala zikukhumbuza ukuthi yazini emhlabeni umhlaba uyahlaba kahle kahle and abantu bayathusa. Uthola indaba ezinohlonze ezimnandi ezijabulisayo ezikunika ithemba lokuthi yazini nami ngisangajabula, nami ngisangaba successful, nami ngisangalithola uthando, nami ngisangashada, nami ngisangatravelisha umhlaba, nami ngisangenza izinto ezi out of this world ebengacabanga nokuthi ngingakwazi ukuke ngizenze kweyami impilo. You get me? So bukani yonke into bakithi. Okay, so she says, I have a problem and I really need your advice. I used to get bullied for being ugly throughout my schooling career, and I was overlooked a lot. I was a social outcast who was treated badly by guys and girls. Mind you, no guy has ever asked me out. So, as I got older, I started resenting men and beautiful women. Ooh, this strikes my core because as much as ngizwelana nesabi yami, ngizwelana nosithandwa, it breaks my heart ukuthi one of my subbies, one of my sugar binga bungas happens to be one of the people or who falls under a category or a demographic yabantu who've hurt me the most emhlabeni. But we'll talk about that as it's Qhubeka. So I want to stop hating men because they've hurt me so much and they've treated me like crap. But ngiyafuna ukuphola, ngiyafuna ukudlula, ngiyafuna ukubathanda futhi. What should I do? Woo! 3 things that I've picked up on. Firstly, I would like to say, Sithandwa, I'm so sorry that you went through that, and if you still are going through it, it ends now. The first mistake you made was believing ukuthi ngempela umumbi. You are not ugly. Sonke sidalwe ngendlela ehlukile, and it sucks ukuthi there are societal standards, beauty standards that were put into place, and wonke umuntu wavele wahamba nakho. Wonke umuntu wakholwa lokho ukuthi okay, mawunjena shuthi umuhle, mawunjena shuthi umumbi. It sucks because we are all beautiful. Sonke si unique, sonke si special, sonke si important. And I'm not just saying that just to say that. I truly do believe this, and it breaks my heart that there are people who genuinely believe ukuthi they are aesthetically challenged and therefore ba projector yonke anger ne resentment that comes with leyo belief leyo bese begcine sebelimaza even abantu who don't deserve ukulinyazwa and abantu who didn't hurt them. Yabo? So that's the first mistake that you made. Ukholwa nje ukuthi umumbi because you are not. Udaliwe ngendlela ukufanele udalwe ngayo. You deserve to be here. You deserve to take up space, and I need you to believe that you are beautiful. I need you to believe that you are different in a beautiful way. I need you to believe that you're unique, you're special, you're important, just like everybody else. I need you to believe that, because if you don't, then it just defeats the purpose. You will hear anything and everything that is said by everybody else, and abantu balimele. Sithandwa, abantu balimele, and we all know that hurt people hurt people, okay? And it could be the most beautiful woman, the most handsome man telling you this. Yena engafocusile ukuthenini mhlambe ulinyazwe ama-looks akhe, but ulinyazwe ezinye izinto emhlabeni, and ufuna enye indlela, ufuna indlela yokuthi alimaze omunye umuntu so that that next person can feel as shitty and as miserable as they feel. Yabo? So I need you to understand this. Once you grasp leyo nto leyo ngempilo, it's a wrap. Nobody will ever get to you. I promise you. Like, sonke sibahle, sonke sifanelekile ukuba la emhlabeni, sonke siyadeserve izinto ezinhle, and abantu abalimele. Akekho umuntu who's okay here. Akekho umuntu who's okay here. Ozo tigatigana nje nawe, agidagide phezu kwekhanda lakho, akucobe, akuhlukumeze, akucwase. Ulimele lo muntu. So you need to understand that. Yabo? And it's not your fault. Akuyona indaba yakho. It's not for you futhi ukuthi uyithathe uyenze into ukuthi okay, ulimele Nkosi yami, what can I do to help them? What can I do to heal them? No. It's a them problem. So when I just stand in your truth, stand in your identity, stand in your beauty, and know ukuthi umuhle mfethu. That's it. Period. Point blank. Yabo? So that's the first mistake that you made. Also, I want to get into this because bafere, women. It really, really breaks my heart. Uguti, you want to forgive men and men only. But you did mention, Uguti, you were hurt by both men and women. Why do you only want to move past what men have done to you and not what the women have done to you? Why do you want to continue hating beautiful women, including women who've never hurt you. Yeah, but like that bothers me so much, and it's important, Vele, to forgive and to heal and to move past things. So I commend you for wanting to forgive men and maybe start ukuba nama relationships now. But what breaks my heart is that you're still harboring resentment for women, especially beautiful women. Why? And why are you okay with still hating women? Why are you okay with not being okay with women, but ufuna ukulungisa namadoda? That really bothers me, and that's something you need to look into. Introspection, why are men so much more important than women, and also why are you okay with hurting and feeling negative feelings towards beautiful women who've done absolutely nothing to you. And that's why I said this strikes my core, because it's something I can relate to. And Mina, I was bullied for something completely opposite from Lewena you were bullied for. And it came from women who believed Uguti they were aesthetically challenged, who believed that they were ugly. Yabo? And they would give me hell for simply existing and looking a certain way, speaking a certain way, walking a certain way, being confident and just knowing ukuthi ngubani, and ngifunani, and never just wavering and worrying about what people think or say ngami. I've always just been that person silo ngafika la emhlabeni, and I've noticed ukuthi that bothers a lot of people even in adulthood. I thought ukuthi izinto ekanjalo zigcina menza ingane, because ingane fethu ayikaka understand kahle hle izinto noma yazi wrong no right, but ezinye izinto you let them slide because you're like ish ingane, and ezikhula they'll know better, therefore they will do better. But no, you'll see it in the workplace, you'll see it ebanganini, you'll see it emdenini, you'll see it everywhere when you are a woman obukeka a certain way, you will get a hatred eqhamuka nje out of nowhere simply because and it breaks my heart ukuthi bakuhlukumezile because they deemed you aesthetically challenged or quote unquote ugly, even though I said awukho mubi umuhle wonke umuntu muhle. But it sucks that you went through that, and I think the first thing nje ebhedile ukuthi nawe uyikholwe and we internalize, because that broke you. And I'm sorry that both men and women have hurt you, and I want to empathize with you because I think I think that's the best way yokuthi ukwazi ukunika umuntu advice. And because experience is into on opposite spectrums, I understand how you feel ukuba outcast, ukuba targeted for that reason in particular, because nami I've been targeted and I'm still getting targeted even namanje in adulthood for a reason that is opposite le yakho, yabo. And I need you to understand, Uguti, it's not about you. It's not about you. Like I said, hurt people. Misery loves company. People are hurt and they want to hurt you as well. And another thing I need you to understand is that Mina, anger yami ibe towards women in particular, not beautiful women or ugly women as people would put it, but like women in general, because women are the people who've hurt me the most. Emdenini, ebanganini, eskoleni, like yonke da emsebenzini. Oh my goodness, women have hurt me in the craziest ways, and men they've hurt me too, but like it's nothing compared to lezinto abantu besifazana sebengenze zona. Yeah, understand the thing is, so I've harbored a lot of anger and resentment towards abantu besifazane because I was just like, women are wicked. Women are bitter, women are broken, women, and I see it even now, today, like, once one nento that other women want, you become a public enemy number one. And they claim, so you don't understand, like, why big targets, why big klumeza, why big bullisha, But you learn, in most cases, because not all of them, and that's the point I'm trying to get to, in most cases, when people see something in you that lacks in them, they try to suppress Leo potential yako. They try to suppress our capabilities, our talents, our gifts, beauty yako, because how dare you? Uyangqoba uyangdlula kukuthi nokuthi uzothola ukuthi wena they kept telling you ukuthi umumbi, but uhlakaniphile, uconfident, ugude entweni ethize, and bona they used to struggle when it came to that particular thing or those particular things. So they needed to find a way to crush you, to make you feel small, to diminish your gifts, your talents, your capabilities, your potential, because you have always been a threat to them, and it sucks that you fell for it, you know? And that's another thing I advise I would say, don't fall for it, because once now we oh my gosh, beautiful women always get the men that I want, beautiful women get to live the life that I aspire to live, then and you can't allow them to win, you know. And that's my advice for wena. And like I said, introspect why and not the women. Especially, like, it breaks my heart when people bleed on people who didn't cut them. Do not bleed on people who did not cut you. And I saw myself do this a couple of times where women would want to befriend me, like, genuinely, and I'd always be like, for real? For real, I'd always side-eye them. I'd always be skeptical. I'd always be like, you're out to get me. Chances are now you're going to hurt me like every other family member has hurt me, every other friend, every other colleague, every other neighbor and stranger has hurt me simply because of the way that I am. Yabo? So, why you funa because everybody of ongena empilweni yami uyangilimaza. Yabo? Especially me umuntu wesifazane. So I used to just push back on that whenever women or a woman would try to get closer to me, get to know me better, try to forge a relationship with me, I would just be like, no ways. I'd close off as a means to protect myself, never to hurt them. It was just a personal thing. I was responding from a place of trauma, yabo? And unfortunately, it may have hurt some people, and that sucks. That was never my intention. My intention is never to hurt, actually. I mean, I feel like I was put like Mpilo to heal and to guide and to spread love and positivity like they are confetti, my darling. And but I also need to protect myself because I've been lenient and I've let a lot of people get away with murder. And that's why I'm always really skeptical when people try to forge new relationships with me. I feel like no new friends, you know? And so trust and believe, Guti, the people that are in your life that you don't have to question, doubt, side-eye are there because they need to be there. They ought to be there. And I do have good friends that have been riding with me. Utuli, Uyayandi, Ayanza Mabuta, my baby, Ulo, Uzipo. You know, I have like I have good people in my life who have been like my sisters, you know. And sometimes we overlook the good, we overlook the blessings that we have because we've been hurt so much. And sometimes we've been dangerous, but there are good people. Like I could count in Sunday unfortunately abanye Babana more people in their lives who are genuine and who genuinely want to see them win and who console them when they're not okay. And love is there. Reciprocate, and it's not one-sided. Hence the people, those are my girls whom I've never had to question or doubt. You know, and it's important to praise those people and to make sure you water and you nurture that relationship or those relationships. And don't forget about people who've been riding with you and who stayed there when you were going through the toughest of times and who celebrated you when things were going well and who didn't switch up on you, because that happens a lot. So I feel like forgive, but also act accordingly. Proceed with caution. Unfortunately, because we want to love without boundaries, without constantly worrying about but you really can't, especially when dealing with other women, because we've noticed sometimes you know. And so you have to be super cautious. You have to monitor when it comes to you, behavior yabo, and how they treat you compared to how they treat their other friends or their other family members, because it speaks volumes. But the manner in which they treat you will tell you exactly how they feel about you. It'll tell you and uguphi empilweni yabo. You get me? So buka lokho, uxole, and move on. Don't block your blessings. Don't hate on people who didn't hurt you. Don't bleed on people who didn't cut you. Forgive, move forward, and focus on the good that you have in your life. And I truly do believe, Mina, Uguti, people get what they deserve. Eventually, people do get what they deserve. I know good people go through hell sometimes. I know terrible people, horrible people, monsters live beautiful, amazing lives sometimes. But ekugcineni bafere. Noma ngathiwa ikuphi siphi isigaba sempilo, but ekugcineni people get what they deserve. So ungavumi ukuthi lo bubi abathe uyibona ngaphandle bugcine sebungena ngaphakathi bese ulimaza abanye abantu. If you're a good person, stay that way, you know, don't change. Keep your heart pure, keep yourself godly, and move in a way na ungathanda ukuthi uphathwe ngayo, uphatha abantu kanjalo. And if abantu don't reciprocate your energy, your love, your support, then find abanye, or rather relax and let laba abanye who are meant for you gravitate towards you. You get me? So yeah, that's what I have for you, Sithandwa Sami. Moving forward, I'm so sorry ukuthi you went through that sing nje. I'm sorry that you went through that, and I hope ukuthi wena uzilungisa kuqala uhile wena kuqala for yourself before moving into relationships with men, or even trying to forgive the woman that hurt you and trying to love other beautiful women. Because sinenkinga in society, uthola beautiful women bethola hate abanga understand ukuthi qhamukaphi, abanga deserve simply because bahle. And that sucks because it's problematic, especially umuntu mangakwenzanga lose asikho isidingo sokuthi umzonde. Ngicela unga contribute towards labantu ababolile abenza impilo zibe muncu for everyone else, because just because umuntu muhle doesn't mean ukuthi they have it easy, doesn't mean ukuthi they don't feel anything simply because bona they meet the societal standards of beauty. It sucks ukuba targeted by women and men simply because umuhle. The very same way it sucks ukuthi ubuhlezi utshela ukuthi umumbi, ubuhlezi uisolatewa. Understand ukuthi wonke umuntu uyazwela. So ungahate abantu abangakhethanga, forgive wonke umuntu. Mekuvuma futhi ungayiforce. Mangavumi ungaziforce. Mina, there are people I haven't forgiven. There are people I have not forgiven who've asked for forgiveness, but also my actions have showed me ukuthi they were just asking for forgiveness because they just wanted to move on with life. They wanted to free themselves. They wanted to forgive themselves, and they wanted to tell other people ukuthi shap ngamona but ngaxolisa, so she needs to move on. You don't get to dictate ukuthi ngixola nini or ukuthi ngiyaxola at all. So when you're ready, do it. And if akuvumi futhi, pray about it, and mhlawumbe uyozongena egodini ungakwenzile, but try. And the most important thing is that lead with ukuba msulwa, lead with love and light, and phila ngalendlela ofisa, or treat abanye abantu ngendlela ofisa ukuthi wena utreatwe ngayo, and then abantu bakho bazoyizela. Abantu bamlaba, oh nara nara nda. Yeah, asiququmbele ke bengithi ngizonenzela ishandisi yazi, maybe ngizoyenza in my next video. If you actually, I feel like giving away some ching ching amachankura. If you can guess what these are, ngizoknika 300 rand. Ngizoknika 300 rand. If you can guess ukuthi yini leshandisi, iyaphi, isebenza kanjani, ngizoknika 300 rand njenga manje. You have, let me see. I'll give you 3 hours. I'll give you 3 hours. Like, this is simple. Yoni riddle lena ayikho into enzima lana. Yini lena isebenza kanjani, ifakwaphi. I'll give you 300 bucks. Ungisendele ilokhunjane my banking details zakho, and it's a wrap, baby. It's a wrap, baby. Mhlawumbe ngizowafaka in my next video, angazi ngizobona. Love you, gay. Bye.